Sal. I'm the editor of Digital by Default News. We are here at the Digital Leaders 50 Awards at the House of Lords. As a founder of the Digital Leaders 50, can you tell us a bit about what's behind the launch of the initiative?
Well, it's about recognising all the great people that work relentlessly and enthusiastically to make Britain more digital across the different sectors, and there's a fantastic network out there, sort of a huge community, and they are the best people to know who the real champions are, the real leaders are in this digital space. So we thought, let's give them the opportunity to have a voice and say who they thought the top Digital Leaders 50 are.
And what were your thoughts on the nominations that came through?
I thought they're great. I was really surprised. I didn't know everybody. You know, I do network, and I was amazed. All sorts of people I'd never heard of. So I thought, and a really eclectic group of people. So I was really thrilled, and I just couldn't have hoped for more with this first list.
And as a judge, what were the factors that you kept in mind when deciding on winners?
Oh, gosh, that's a tricky question. I guess I was really looking for people that I thought were driving innovation in their daily life and really making a difference and learning from others and sharing with others.
And what are your thoughts on the government Digital by Default agenda?
I'm a big fan. Totally believe it's the way forward. It's at the moment it's driven by saving money to a certain extent, but at the same time it's all part of our daily lives in the rest of society, so it's something the public sector needs to embrace and implement, and I think they've just got the best team. Very impressed by the Government Digital Service and the fabulous people they've managed to recruit, and in Francis Maud at the moment they've got a great minister who really believes in it and is really pushing it, and the digital leaders community that we have is just full of great people. You know, we're neutral, we're cross-sector, and everyone just has a passion for leveraging technology for social and economic benefit.
So as a judge, what were your thoughts on the nominations that came in for Digital Leaders?
I thought the nominations were excellent. There was a real mixture of kind of individuals in local authorities who've done a huge amount and kind of really quite famous politicians. So it was nice to see a real spread of nominations.
And what factors did you keep in mind when deciding on who should be on the list?
For me, it was the personal contribution that I thought someone had made. So, for instance, high on my list was Laura from Liverpool City Council, who came 7th in the overall list. For her to make such a huge impact to Liverpool, where she's, I think, halved the number of people who've never been online before in just kind of 18 months. That's the kind of contribution I was looking for when I was voting.
Can you tell us about your involvement with the Digital Leaders?
I've been involved with Digital Leaders a long time. I was formerly the chair of Digital Leaders, but Rachel Neaman has now taken it to new heights. But no, there's a real soft spot in my heart for Digital Leaders. It's really important that people working in digital right across government and industry network together and kind of share best practice. So it's a great idea, and it's brilliant to see yourselves and Civic Agenda taking it on to new heights.
I think there were some excellent nominations from across the range of industry, local government, and so on. And it was a real privilege to be able to judge and to be able to see all the great things that people have been doing.
What factors do you keep in mind when choosing Digital Leaders?
To some extent, it's about impact. And one of the difficult things with this was you've got some really big corporations like Google, Mozilla. I was really pleased to see them win an award. And it's obvious the impact that they've made. And then you're comparing them with others like AbilityNet that aren't household names in quite the same way, but are also having a great impact. And it's balancing that was one of the tough things attached to it.
And what do you think of the government Digital by Default agenda?
I think it's really important. There's controversy attached to it because it needs digital inclusion sort of bolted in. But they've been funding the Tinder Foundation to help them with that, and so they've worked that one out, and on that basis I think it's really positive.
What factors did you keep in mind when choosing winners?
I think for me personally it was about the level of innovation. I think it was about the level of experimentation. I think it was about the level of sustainability of some of these initiatives. and a wish to really showcase some of the more exciting examples of digital technology.
And what do you think of the government's digital by default agenda? Your thoughts?
Well, I'm one of the digital leaders in government, and so I fully support the digital by default agenda, and I'm working hard to ensure that we embed digital government. I think that alongside digital by default, we need to ensure that we are delivering for every member of the public, which means also paying as much attention to assisted digital and those who are digitally excluded. But I think we've come a very long way in government. I think we really are leading the way in digital innovation, and I think we should be very proud of where we're at.